Good evening, good morning, good night, wherever you watch this transmission. It is I, Mike Martins, your housing discussion guru, and bringing you some really important news it's hitting the wire, guys. It's hitting the wire, and a lot of mainstream media, it's almost like they refuse to comment or discuss what is happening. So we're going to bring you to the front lines here of the interior. So we're seeing crashing all over the English-speaking world. But where the homes were cheaper or more affordable, those homes are crashing. So this is a really good article I want to share with you guys. And you're going to start seeing the same pattern happening around the English-speaking world. So let's see here. Residential real estate foreclosures in Metro and Fraser Valley rising. So it's counting the Metro too, but in the Fraser Valley, it's rising. So here you go, see a family, I guess, putting up the bank foreclosed sign up here. Foreclosure rates are rising slightly as British Columbia real estate values stall. So like I said, a lot of people have been using their homes as ATMs and using them as a side income type of thingy. Because residential real estate prices have only dropped further since the last summer, and real-time information about the recent transactions in March of 2019 have revealed a sharper declines. There are predictions the uptick in foreclosures could gather pace. So you're going to start seeing more and more could gain pace, gather pace. You're going to start seeing it go up in a bad way, and it's going to be crashing, pricing down. And with the middle class, working poor, everybody in the middle that's stuck. Either they're waiting on the sidelines to buy or waiting to see if this market corrects itself. But the market will see a correction, but you'll see interest rates go up in response to that, right? With recent home sales, with recent home sales in the Lower Mainland showing some dramatic price declines, there has been an uptick in foreclosures as owners are unable to make mortgage payments. This is scary. This is really scary, guys. This is something I don't want to wake up to one day because it's an absolute nightmare. In the past decade, there have been few foreclosures because rising real estate values and low interest rates allowed owners to easily refinance or sell to get out of the bind. You see, now that you can't sell in a week, you got to keep your house on there. Now with the limited foreign capital that's rolling in, is not coming in. It's very limited to none. And now with the trade wars happening between China and the United States, and then China kind of flicking Canada off its radar, it's not looking good for foreign investors in Canada, because Canada is in one of Canada's biggest businesses. It's competing for lucrative Chinese investors, and that's what they're trying to do, right? But as prices have turned, there has been the modest increase in the number of court-ordered residential real estate sales in Metro Vancouver and the Fraser Valley, starting late last year, according to several agents. Yes, there's definitely more, said Vancouver realtor Russ McNabb. For the last 3 or 4 years, on average, there have been about 20 to 30 court-ordered sales, properties listed at any time across Metro Vancouver and the Fraser Valley. There were lots of people looking at them and interested in them, but fewer of them available because prices were rising. But now prices are going down, but no one could qualify with the stress testing. So you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't type of situation here. It's like, what do you do, right? Now it's more like more about 50 to 70 or 100, said McNabb. There's not a boom of them. Not all of them at once, but there's more of a flow. There was an increase in court-ordered sales in Burnaby and Vancouver starting last November, said Simon Clayton, who has sold over 20 foreclosed properties since 2012. Quite the numbers started popping up as people can no longer rely on gained equity to solve the problem of not being able to make mortgage payments, said Clayton. Remember, people were living off the equity like ATM machines in their homes? I've been saying this for a decade now, and 9 years now. This summer is going to be 10 years. Realtor Gary Voigt described the current ratio of court order sales compared to total listings in the MLS as sliver. He said that out of 8,406 total listings for detached homes in Metro Vancouver, Fraser Valley, 42 were court ordered sales. Wow. For attached homes, the number is 26 out of 9,466. Put together, the total is 68. So you're seeing foreclosures, court order sales, banks moving on properties. It can take months. So people watching in the States, it's not like in America, guys, okay? Here, there's a court order sale. It's not dirt cheap like in Florida or Texas or South Carolina or Louisiana. When you have a court order sale there, it's like 50 grand for the house. Here, a court order sale means it's like 10% below market value. So it's still expensive, right? You know what I'm saying? It could take months to a half a year from the time an owner first misses payments to when the lender applies to courts to recoup the money, said North Vancouver realtor Aaron. It's a trailing indicator. For this reason, because prices have only been dropping since the last summer and information about recent transactions shows sharper declines, especially in more expensive areas, the number of foreclosures could gather pace. They will definitely, guys. I'm not trying to be doom and gloom Mike here, but I'm just telling you how it is and how it's coming. It's how it's going to be unfolding. It's very telling of the markets, said Vancouver realtor Ian, who started tracking the number of the past court orders, not listings, to see how they correlate to price trends in 2010. There were 752 court order sales of both detached and attached homes in Metro Vancouver. The number held steady until 2015, when there was a drop to 605. Their real estate prices surged in 2016 and dropped further at 327, and then 214 in 2017, and 195 in 2018. So let's see what happens in the first months of this year. So after Q1, we'll find out, right, guys? Active in January. So really, it's February and March, said Watts. There have been 22 houses, 4 condos, total of 26 court order sales. Watts, who believes more owners are overextended in this market than in the prior downturn of 2009. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet, buddy. Predicts that next year the number of these sales could be back up to 550. 550 is a dreamland if there's only 550 foreclosures. You're going to be looking at tens of thousands. Tens of thousands. And the amount of foreign investors that are walking away from properties. We had Steve the Plumber on last week on on Mike in the Night. He was telling us about the amount of properties that foreign investors are walking away. And that's what's happening in the Fraser Valley here, Metro Vancouver, metro area. So from Vancouver all the way to the interior, they're starting to see foreclosures up to Hope. You're going to start to see tens of thousands. You're not going to see a couple of hundred. There's no way. With the amount of people that were borrowing to eat and the amount of people that were borrowing just to be able to have a place to sleep, it's catching up. The snake has been eating its tail for too long, and it's time to start seeing massive change. And I think this is going to be the huge change that could either spark a war or spark something really massive that's going to basically be very damaging. Like something bigger, like AMTV has always been, bandwagoning on different things like Bitcoin, then it doesn't get popular, goes on war, then goes back on Bitcoin, like stuff like that. I don't bandwagon. I actually stick true. I don't bandwagon. I actually stick to my guns, you know what I'm saying? And I actually believe what's going to happen is going to happen, and it's going to get bad. I think it's going to be really bad, and I think a lot of people aren't prepared for what's going to happen. Every human being in English-speaking country will be affected by this downturn. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Mike Martin's here. I appreciate you guys and your feedback and your comments below. And if you guys want to support my channel, please go ahead and share one of my videos. That's it. Go to a video on my channel you like. Go ahead and share it. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to watch these videos here at the end. I really appreciate it. And thanks for watching, and have yourselves a great day.